Hi! In this video, I'll explain how to work with the Agraria Journal. Effective management of an agricultural enterprise starts with proper planning and clear execution of tasks. In a traditional farm, tasks often get lost. Some people write them down in a notebook, others on a computer, and some just keep them in their heads and pass them on verbally. As a result, deadlines are missed, work goes unfinished, and it becomes difficult to control employees and processes. Modern digital solutions completely change this approach. Instead of scattered notes, you get a clear system where every task has a deadline and a completion status. That's exactly the kind of tool we've created at Gros.farm. It's the Agraria Journal, a task tracker with tasks and notes, which we'll talk about in this video. To access the Agraria Journal, tap on your object on the main screen. In our case, that's the greenhouse. Then, at the bottom of the screen, select the Journal section. You'll already see a list of tasks in front of you. These are created automatically when you select a tech map. We explain more about it in a separate video. You can edit or delete the initial tasks. To do this, tap on the task text and use the keyboard. By the way, you can edit and enter tasks not only using the keyboard, but also by voice. To do this, tap the microphone icon on your keyboard. Let's create a new task. For example, plant inspection. You can link a task to a crop and variety. To do this, tap on Vivara Strawberry under the task text. If you don't select any of the suggested varieties, the task will be general for the entire farm. Now we can set dates for the task. These are one or several days on which the task needs to be completed. To do this, tap the Set Dates button and select the desired dates from the calendar. By the way, to check the duration of a stage, you can quickly go to the tech card through the bottom menu. The filter at the top of the screen lets you display tasks by plant growth stages from the tech card. Right now, it shows the current stages. You can select any other stage by tapping the button with the arrows. For example, if you want to see tasks only for strawberries at a specific stage, you can select that option from the list. Let's add a second task here. For example, to purchase crop protection products. Our in DSP, 1 bottle of 60 grams, and Gamer SP, 1 bottle of 60 grams. And we'll schedule it for today. Now let's go to the calendar. It allows you to view tasks by day. Here you can immediately see statistics in the form of dots. Red means days with unfinished tasks, gray means days when all tasks are completed, and purple means days with upcoming tasks. Let's select the 26th. That's today's date. You can also quickly access today's task from the main screen of the app. This is useful, for example, for your employees who can immediately go to today's tasks and work through them one by one. Let's close a task. To do this, you need to tap the square on the left. A check mark will appear on it, and the task will turn gray and be crossed out. At the same time, under the task text, you'll see the name of the person who closed the task, as well as the date and time it was completed. When all today's tasks are completed, you'll get a notification about it. If there are any unfinished tasks left by the next morning, the app will also notify you. This way, you can track your actions or your employees' actions in the log. This ensures complete transparency of work and reduces the chance of missing or forgetting something. We explain more about adding employees to the system in the video about roles. Let's talk about notes. There are two types of notes, task notes and quick notes. The first type is useful for adding extra information to a task. Let's start with those. Let's create one for our task about crop protection products. Imagine we, or an employee, already bought everything needed, and in Note, employee records expenses. For example, they spent 10,000 rubles. This note shows the result of the work on the task and provides additional information about the expenses. In the future, expenses will be transferred from notes to a separate calculation, which will help financially analyze the company's operations. Now, if we go to the Notes tab, we'll see the one we just created. You can also add quick notes from this tab. Unlike previous notes, these are not linked to an existing task, but to your object or to a crop and variety as a whole. Let's imagine that during a plant inspection, your employee found aphids on the strawberries. They go into this section and make a note. For example, during the walkthrough, aphids were found in the second row. Below the text, the varieties in the current greenhouse are listed. You can select one of them or leave it unselected. Let's choose Vivara Strawberry and save the note by clicking the Done button. It's especially worth noting that the journal can be used offline. All data is saved on the device and synchronized when a connection becomes available. You can also invite experts to join the journal. For example, you found an agronomist who is supposed to improve the company's operations. They can connect to the system through the app, review tasks, adjust them, or schedule them by day. At the same time, they will have access not only to the journal, but also to your company's data. For example, to microclimate indicators, so they can analyze current issues right in the app. You and your employees will immediately see the changes made and can follow their plan. It's convenient for everyone. You save your time and make processes more efficient, while employees use a clear plan in a simple format. The Agraria Journal is not just a replacement for a paper notebook, it's a task tracker that lets you manage tasks and notes. It helps systematize processes, reduces the chance of mistakes, ensures nothing is forgotten, keeps a record history, and also tracks expenses. Tasks and notes can be entered from your phone or computer, either by typing or using your voice. At the same time, the Agraria Journal is a free feature. With the journal, you can not only manage employees directly, but also invite experts with special access rights. We explain more about setting up teamwork in our video about roles. Try keeping track of your work in the journal for just 1 week, and you'll immediately see how much easier it is to manage your farm.